Ooh. I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and it was a guy talking about how people that are deeply into personal development, mindfulness, meditation, they develop a great self-awareness. Self-awareness as it relates to their thoughts, to their feelings, to how their behaviours affect others. They become very self-aware. But then there's a problem that occurs at that point. They become so self-aware that their own self-awareness gets in the way of them actually living life. And I thought this was a really interesting concept. Because that really is the trend, isn't it? The fashion of today is, how can we all become the next special somebody? You've got celebrity culture, pop culture. You also see this growing talk about narcissism and, oh, you need to put yourself first. Don't let the narcissists rule you in life. And so people that have been codependent or abused in their quest for independence actually become very narcissistic and self-absorbed also, becoming the very thing they once hated or deemed as a problem. And it makes me think, in this modern culture, certainly over here in the West, where neighbours don't talk to each other, where everyone has their own little allotment and they get on with it, the level of isolation, the level of separation, which then naturally leads to self-absorption, rising depression rates, people dissatisfied, unfulfilled. Could it be the case that we're overlooking the very thing that our soul is yearning for, that possibly we were even born for, which is connection and belonging and contribution and self-sacrifice? Love, ultimately. What if the very thing we were looking for, the purpose, the fulfillment, the excitement, the sense of joy, actually came from those selfless acts of love? Whether it be towards strangers, friends, family members. What if we were to prioritise serving the other? Now, as we know, if you've been in a toxic friendship or relationship or whatever else, if it's not reciprocated, then we have a problem. People misuse that, and it's true, people misuse that. But what if we were all geared towards that? What if in our true hearts we wanted to serve, we wanted to be of use, we wanted to contribute something and give something, and just to see it being received was enough? What kind of world would that be like? I was driving up here today, and this little song kept playing in my head. You are an angel in disguise. You are an angel in disguise, hidden behind the mundane. You are an angel in disguise, hidden behind the mundane. You are an angel in disguise, hidden behind the mundane. I don't know where that one came from, but that was just playing through on a loop in my mind. What if we were angels in the mundane? What if we were just blinded by the mundane? What if we wrongly assumed that this existence was just simply mundane, boring, as if there was something more? What if it was in the simple things? the simple acts of kindness, the moments of connection, the moments of going beyond ourselves. Coming back to the self-absorption thing, you'll have experienced times in your life, whether it's looking into the eyes of a lover, looking across a perfect landscape, or a moment when the sun is setting in the sky and everything just appears to be perfect. You'll have had these moments when time slips away and your mind opens up and there's a sense of wow, astonishment. It's like putting pause on everything. It's the kind of feeling that makes your entire life worth it. Every decision and every choice and everything that led you to this moment was worth it. It's that kind of openness. What is it that causes that? I believe it's when the mind is so enamored and engaged with that moment that for a moment in time we transcend our thoughts and our sense of self. That we go beyond ourselves. Now, for some people that'll happen more frequently than others. But how can we create more of those moments? To become childlike and wondrous again, to ask those questions that shift our awareness beyond what we know. To open up into the unknown. And there's a few things that need to be admitted to ourselves. To enter the unknown, we first have to accept that we don't truly know. That in itself is quite humbling, quite threatening actually. To our need to control, our need to have it all figured out, our need to be the intelligent one, the pulled together one. But to embrace the unknown is to embrace the new. There's frost on the ground here. Let me see if I can show you this. It's amazing. Truly amazing to be out here with my selfie stick on a Sunday morning. It's unreal. I'd love to do much more of this, adventuring and rambling. One of my ideas was bringing people out into nature. I just think of all the people stuck in the city, stuck in the humdrum with the stress and everything. What would it be like to just create these videos, bring a bit of stillness, transmit a bit of calm, that remind us of our own nature. There is something so perfect here. Something else I love about nature, and I just tapped into it there, is that stillness, that stillness and reality beyond words. There really are no words to describe nature, life, as much as we try to. That tree behind me, what a marvel. It's beyond words.